Thank you so much for joining us. This is the SBDC. This is a Shasta-Cascade location of the SBDC, and today we're going to talk about digital marketing and specifically Pinterest 101 with Lani Lott. We're so glad that you're here. Thank you for joining us. So this is the Shasta-Cascade Small Business Development Center. There are small business development centers across the US. If you are not in our location, there is one near you that supports you. And the Small Business Development Center is a nonprofit organization. We provide confidential, no-cost advisory and training services to small businesses. Our particular location is supported by the US Small Business Administration and Humboldt State University. As I mentioned a moment ago, if you're not in our location, we support Shasta and Trinity counties, then there is one near you, and you can go to the internet and search for SBDC and your county name to find the one that supports you. But what's wonderful about webinars is we can support all over the globe with these webinars. So wherever you're joining us from, we're so glad you're here. Thanks for coming. I'm going to start with our disclaimer. The information provided in this webinar and any supplemental materials provided to registrants are intended for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute professional, financial, or legal advice. No registrant should act or fail to act on the basis of any material contained in this webinar without obtaining proper financial, legal, and other professional service specific to their situation. The Northern California Small Business Development Center and its host, the HSU-sponsored Programs Foundation, specifically disclaims any liability, loss, or risk, personal or otherwise, which is incurred as a consequence, directly or indirectly, of the use and application of any of the information presented in this webinar.
Okay.
Now, I would like to turn it over to Lani to get us started. Thanks, Lani.
Thank you, Linda, and welcome everyone. Yes, I am Lani Lott, and this is the last of our Wednesday digital marketing hours. Gosh, I can't believe that it is already October 22nd. And today I saved the best for last. Oh, excuse me, it is October 21st. I don't want to rush us too fast. I saved the best for last. This is Pinterest 101. This may be relevant to your business. You may want to know more about what the business aspects of Pinterest are. You're thinking about launching one. Maybe you're a pro in it already. So I'm going to give you a high-level 101 about Pinterest for business and some of the features. And then we will have a little bit of time at the end. I do try to allow time for questions and answers, but I'm going to tell you, I'm always so excited to get into this, and I have more content than I usually have time. But anyways, this is me. That is my picture. As you can see, I'm live here. I have a consulting firm, have had it for 25 plus years, LL Consulting. I focus on two areas in my practice. The first one is economic development and downtown revitalization, and then also providing business advising for small business development centers across Northern California. And I'm very excited to be working with Shasta-Cascade for the last 10 years. I specialize in all areas, and today I'm specializing with what I know about digital marketing. So I'm going to go ahead. You will, those who are attending will get a link to the video as well as a PDF of my PowerPoint presentation. So feel comfortable that what you're seeing on the screen, you will get as a backup. I use this as a teaching tool, so you have it. And then I'm going to go live with my Pinterest account on a desktop. So it's going to look a little different than what you see on a mobile. So you will see that in the video. Let me go ahead and stop my video because I talk so much with my hands. I'm going to move the screen up close so I can navigate my desktop. So let's start with an overview of Pinterest. It is the 4th largest social network in the United States, and one of the biggest search engines with more than 2 billion searches each month. I like to say Pinterest, think of it as a big, huge bulletin board that you are pinning That's the term, your favorite things that you see in categories, right? So on a monthly, the demographics, I always find this very helpful so you can kind of focus in if this is your target market or understand it at a much larger level, who is really using these various social media platforms. And in today, Pinterest. And this, of course, down here is Pinterest's icon or logo. There are 335 million monthly users. 8 out of 10 moms or mothers use Pinterest. This is a very female-focused platform. However, there are fathers or men that use it too, but 8 out of 10 are moms, and they're pinning ideas for all kinds of things, whether they're pinning for a birthday party, or they're pinning for fashion, or they're pinning for a wedding, or they're pinning for Halloween costumes right now are very popular, and of course, decorating. So shopping is a top priority for 48% of the Pinterest users, because you can shop right off the app, or it leads you to a website where you can then purchase the product that they're promoting, whether that's a national recognized corporation like Target or West Elm, or it is a internet-based business that ships through Amazon or eBay or whatever, or it's an independent that just, is doing it because they have found that Pinterest is part of their demographics. And then the end of the year, believe it or not, holidays mark Pinterest's busy season because of the type of decorating and activities and gathering. I know right now with the pandemic, we're not gathering in large groups, but in the past, Thanksgiving has been a huge, how am I decorating my dining room table? And these, of course, are all personal type of boards or pins that we're thinking about, but it relates to your business if you're in those categories. So that's kind of an overview of Pinterest. So think about Pinterest sharing family-friendly content. Absolutely, a lot of families are looking at it's a great planning tool, and many moms and of course dads are using this planning tool, whether they are looking at putting an itinerary together for a road trip, or like I said, a birthday party or a special occasion. They use this to kind of put together their event, their trip, their activity. Right now, I think with Halloween, a lot of people may be researching safe trick or treat. How are we going to do safe trick or treat? What are going to be some of the safer costumes? Teachers use Pinterest for developing ideas of how to decorate their classrooms. So again, personal uses translate to businesses that support those products and services and then put out ideas for pinning or videos or advertising or shopping. Always, always remember that 81% of the audience are women. They collect, they curate, and they share. So Pinterest pages attracts web traffic to be directed to a beneficial place, such as a company's e-commerce website, or links to their products that are for sale on a third-party program like Amazon, Etsy. A lot goes to Etsy because it's the creative community, the handcrafted, the one-of-a-kinds, and they're pushing out and promoting through Pinterest to get into front of their audience, and then they're leading them back to their Etsy shop. And then, of course, Shopify. So use Pinterest to shop, inspire, inspiration, and tips. We use a lot of that. I one time, and I'm going to show you my my personal Pinterest board, because there was a while there I had this wonderful suede skirt that I just loved, and I still fit in it, and it's just a classic. And I thought, well, how could I wear this in the winter? What are the new ways of wearing suede skirts? And so I put in a search for my Pinterest account, my personal account, on suede skirts and came up with a lot of different ideas of how you can wear a suede skirt in today's fashion. Then I've also was redecorating my, when my two children, my young adults now, went off to college and have their own apartments now. Of course, what do we do with their rooms? Well, I did not make it a she shed or a she room. I made it a guest room. So I wanted to find out, get some ideas, get inspired, some tips of how to decorate for a guest room. So guides and itineraries are huge. If you're a not-for-profit or you're an organization that deals with tours or deals in the area of providing itineraries, or you're a destination, you're a hotel, you're even an Airbnb, you're a community that has lots of things to do, then you may want to put together some guides and itineraries. That's what they're looking for. So if you're located in a community and you have a smaller little, let's say, lodge, you may want to reach out to Pinterest and develop your pins and your advertising strategy around reaching those folks that may be driving now, because we're very drivable audience in the pandemic, to encourage them to consider stopping at your lodge or stopping in your shop if you're located in one of those tourist seasonal destinations. How-tos are huge, huge. So if you're a business such as let's say a flower shop, and you want to do a how-to on how to make a fall arrangement, this might be the platform for you to lay that out, whether it's a video or it's through a series of pins. My niece, who is 25, she's married, 3 kids under the age of 4, more power to her. She uses Pinterest a lot. And one time she showed she actually put it on Instagram, but she said when Pinterest goes wrong, and she was doing one of those when you carve out the pumpkin and you sit your kid in it, and then you take the picture, because she had a baby that was small enough to sit in a pumpkin, and she wanted to do a Halloween, and boy, she says this was a mess. The baby wouldn't go in the pumpkin, so it was kind of a comical thing. But we all know, we all have done some of those projects, those how-tos that just didn't come out right. So how-tos are huge. Pins to boost brand exposure. Very, very top of the mind of a lot of pinners or people that follow Pinterest, and then businesses really wanting to continue to get your brand out in front of that demographic, and then to inspire people. So when we think about Pinterest for business, there are a few features. It's the only social media with a visual search, There's a variety of pins, different types that you can do. You can shop the look pins, boards, lots of different ways to create boards. And then of course it does offer advertising. Now, I thought this is the first social media platform that I really dove into the terminology, only because I am not a high user of Pinterest for my business, because my business is consulting, downtown revitalization, economic development, a little dry of a topic. Although when I was searching through my business to see what kind of pins might I want to search, window displays, because I work in a lot of different communities, and right now we're looking at window displays for the holidays. It was interesting. I didn't find a whole bunch of local, like statewide window displays, but a lot of international ones. Because Pinterest is a huge platform across the world, you're going to see other countries, really using this platform. So I want to give you these terms. We're not going to go in. I'm not going to try to explain how you use each one. I just thought this would be really helpful for you to have as a resource. So a pinner, that's us, is the branded term for a person who uses Pinterest. So if someone say, hey, are you a pinner? And you're like, yes, I do use Pinterest. Now you know. Pins is the primary type of post published on Pinterest. They can be an image, or a video, text, and they can link back to an original source. That's a best practice, is to always to try to link them back to an original source, because you want them to go back to the landing page where you're wanting the call of action, right? Whether that's purchase the product, or call us for a consultation, or whatever the call of action is coming back to the original source. Repins occurs when somebody pins a post they didn't create to one of their boards, right? Rich pins provide more information on the pin, from price information to install buttons. They are available in 4 formats: a product pin, a recipe pin, an article pin, and an app pin. So these are the types that are rich pins. So promoted pins are regular pins that companies have to pay to promote. Hello. These pins appear in the home feed and search results and include a promoted label, just like we see in Facebook and Instagram, sponsored or promoted. Yes, promoted pins are those that businesses are paying to promote and push out, to get in front of their identified audience, just like we do on some of the other social media platforms, getting in front of their demographical, hopefully future customers, to then inspire them, to educate them, to encourage them to shop their brand. Shop the look pins. Businesses can add product tags to their creative. This makes it possible for pinners to shop the look by tapping on the pin's white dots. And then boards, we talk about boards. You know, pins are like, you know, you're putting that little favorite picture of what you wanted your guest room to look like on your bulletin board or your boards. These are the digital analog for mood boards. They are used to group pins around a certain theme or topic. And then group boards are the same as boards, except more than one person can add content. So you may have a group board around, let's say you are doing a family event for a gathering of Thanksgiving, and who's bringing what, and ideas for what we might want to do for games or what we might want to decorate. 98% of group boards have less than 5 members, so they're pretty intimate. It's not like this huge universe, everybody pin. That's, you know, the whole universe pinning on your board. That would be a lot. So those are some of those terms. Secret boards can only be seen by its creator and invited collaborators. When you create one, you'll see a lock symbol beside the board name. So secret boards, you know, I don't know if that's exclusive, if it's something like maybe you're trying to plan a secret birthday party or secret event, or you are trying to then offer a secret board as an added value for your business, where you're going to give them, you know, ahead of time exclusive look at what's your products are coming out. Protected boards house promoted pins and are only available to advertisers. Pins on these boards can be seen across Pinterest, but the boards do not show up on profile pages. And then Save Button is a Pinterest browser plugin from Chrome, Firefox, or Microsoft Edge. You can install it on your website so that pinners can save your products to their Pinterest boards. Now we're getting deep into 201, and this is more about, you know, a hands-on. You might want to ask, you know, if you're using someone to help you with your website, or, you know, an advisor can help you here. If this is what we do as SBDC advisors in your territory, we can meet one-on-one with you and walk you through some of these more 201 type of features. Audience insights. Pinterest business accounts have access to analytics via the audience insight. And then Pinterest Lens, available on Android and Apple devices. This is a camera tool that lets users take a picture of something and find related content on the site. It's basically Shazam, but for images, underpinned by image recognition and machine learning tech. Don't ask me what all that means. I don't have any idea, I'm not a techie, but there is Pinterest Lens. And then pin codes are essentially QR codes, or Pinterest's version of snap coders. These can be scanned digitally or on packages and displays and linked back to your board of profile. So these are pretty deep type of features. However, these are available, and like all of our social media platforms, things are changing very, very quickly on these different platforms. So we always kind of want to be checking in. Pinterest does a great job with tutorials. So I will tell you that when you are ready to go into the Pinterest business tutorials, they've got lots of resources, and I have lots of links on my last PowerPoint for you. So you can then go directly to some of these great tutorials, these great resources, these great blogs that Pinterest themselves puts out. So setting up a business account, there are 3 ways to create a Pinterest business account. Add a business profile to your personal account, convert your personal account into a business account, or create a brand new business account. Add your business name, choose the description that best fits what your business does, link to your website, and then you can connect it to your Instagram, YouTube, and or Estra accounts. So when you, and I'm going to then go live in a minute, but I kind of just want to go over this, so then when we come back to what I'm going to demonstrate, you're not lost. So setting up a business account, you want to let Pinterest know if you plan to run ads. You have to let them know if you're going to run ads. You want to edit your profile. You want to quick claim your website. You want to create your first Pinterest board, you want to create your first pin, and then you want to add the Pinterest tag. So those are kind of, and this is an example of how to create do-it-yourself tissue paper flowers. Now this again, when I was in my business account, I was looking for window displays, right? Well, this is a how-to. Spring showers bring May flowers, so it brings us to tissue paper and tape. These do it yourself, and this is by this person up here. She has a blog. This is her website. She's describing here what to do. Here's a photo. And then Margaret Dumont saved to window display. She saved this to her own board. So this is an example of a business pin. Okay. So let's go over to my live. So I'm going to, well, standard pins. I'll just create this, tell you how to create your first pin, right? You always want to pick a vertical image. And down here, it gives you the recommendation of the high quality JPEG. What you want to remember about Pinterest: visual, visual, visual. It is a visual search. It is all about, much like Instagram, it's all about this, the image, right? Whether it's a video, whether it's a post, a text with an image, it's all about image. And then it also tells you how large your MP4 files can use. And that these are, and then view the image and video specs. So you can click right on there. You can down and drag, you can drag and drop or click to uploaded images or a video that you already have on your phone, your mobile, or your desktop. You want to put your product or service front and center. You want to always include your logo. And then you want to add text overlay, optimize your pin copy, and then check your links. Okay, so I'm going to go into those a little deeper. So let me get into my live here. I'm going to escape from this. I'm going to, you guys get to see my screen there. And I always ask my best friend out here, Linda, if she can see my screen. Can you see the screen, Linda?
I can. Sorry, Lani. Yes, you look fine.
Thank you. I get really nervous because one time I was just going on and on and on. Linda's like, Lani, we don't see anything. So, okay. So this is, so you're seeing my Pinterest, right?
I'm seeing your screen and it says create your first pin. It's a PowerPoint slide.
No, we don't want that.
Okay.
We want to go down here. Sharing is paused. Bring your shared window to the front. Okay. How do I do that? I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. I'm going to share again. Okay, I'm going to go to this one. There we go.
Now I'm seeing your desktop with the PowerPoint on it.
I see that too. So I want to get this down. I got to get to my Safari where I have everything saved. Can you see it now?
Yes. Okay,
there we go. See, told you guys. It's only taken me, how many months have we been doing this, Linda? So anyways, thank you, Linda, for that help. Okay, so what you're seeing right here, folks, is my personal Pinterest, right? This is my personal Pinterest. There's my name. And these are some of my pins that I have saved. Obviously, I was looking at some fashion. There's Lonnie's suede skirt. I was looking at outfits for the fall for women over a certain age. Then there's my guest room, sitting room. I don't know why boyfriend Jean's outfit is on there. I think my daughter put that on there. But anyway, so these are my personal, right? So if you go to your personal, you're going to find all of your personal things down here. So here is where you would add another account, add a free business account. So this is where you would want to click on here to set up a business account. So it's right under your, just like Facebook and Instagram and many of our other social media platforms like LinkedIn, you have to have a personal account to access a professional or business account. I've already set up my business account, so I am right here. So this is Lani, LL Consulting. So I'm going to switch it right over, and it takes me to a place that's called the Business Hub. And think of a business hub as where they're putting all of your Pinterest businesses, pins and boards and advertising all in one place, just like Facebook Business Manager. Pinterest calls it Business Hub. So here is where we're seeing my pins. Haven't created one yet because I wanted to save the best with you guys, your recent advertising. And then down here are some resources for you. Make impactful ads, read top trends and reports, what's new on Pinterest. So they are giving you lots of different places where you can go and learn more about the ad formats, understanding your analytics. So when you need help, you just click on these different places and you can get those resources. So you never have to feel like you're on your own. However, just like what we find with some of our other platforms, it's always not clear. So don't be afraid of it. Play, try, read about it, try to do your first pin. It's okay. That's what we're all about, is figuring it out together. So over here, I just clicked on LL Consulting. So I'm out of my business hub and now I'm on my Pinterest page, right? So what you're seeing is LL Consulting. Here is just my cover, my Pinterest cover page. Here is my icon, just like all the other social medias. These should be something that we're really familiar with. And then you can, here's my website. If I click on that, it's going to take me right to my website. Here's my handle for Pinterest. We have a little bit of describing what I'm about, and I have 1 follower. Woo! I got the Pinterest, power Pinterest. Of course, I haven't really pushed this out or connected it with any of my, I haven't put the Pinterest icon on my website. I haven't added it. I haven't claimed my website. I haven't done any of that because I'm not ready to go live yet and really build up a robust business Pinterest account. I focus on some other platforms, but I would want to do that if this was going to be one of my social media platforms to really reach a demographic. And then down here are all my pins that I've done. So let's look at those. So here is how to create that tissue paper one, right? And so then underneath that, so here's the pin that I showed you. I have saved this. This is a shoppable pin. View the product. So if I click on that, it's going to take me over here to view all of the different products that may be tied and related to the tissue flower. Now that's not who posted it. She was a blogger, but these then are ads that have searchable words in them that link back to paper tissue flower. And then, or flowers. So then in these, if I went on here, this is Garden Supply, Bottled Bush. Here is Violet Flowers decals. It's on Etsy. If I went there, it's going to take me to the Etsy account. Here is Wayfair. Wayfair, you know who Wayfair is. That's a corporate, they deliver furniture right to your doorstep. Not the way I buy furniture, but anyways. Gardeners, this is Walmart. Again, huge Pinterest user. So that takes us all there. So let's go back one. And so we're reviewing the products. We can do a photo, we can add comments. If I wanted to put a comment here that I love this, so if I type here, love these larger than life tissue flowers in this window, right? So I'm going to go ahead and comment on that. So this is the person that created it. I go to her blog, how to create DY tissue paper flowers. And here is her blog. And she is going to tell me in this how to do it. Or I have to pay for it. Or I have to look for it somewhere in her site, right? So if so that is how it brings it back to the creator of the Pinterest post. So these are the three sisters. Here's all of their different icons up here. Here's a big pin that shows that it was been pinned. So I would just encourage you to just, kind of go and get into Pinterest if you haven't already, and kind of just check it out, look at it. Down here are other examples, right? These are all about tissue, large paper flowers, all kinds. And when I was doing this, oh my God, it was like a rabbit hole, just sucked me in, right? You can just go down in there and look and find things. And then also ideas you might love related to my searches. So these are snuck in there by Pinterest. These are advertisers again. So going over here, this is promoted by Home Goods. That's a promoted stunning expression. So this is not promoted. So if I go there, it's probably going to show me stunning expression themes. This is a Tumblr by .com. This is a window that 7 stun. And see, when I told you to put the website right into the picture, that's where it goes. So these are some of the ways that you can go in and start to look at how people are pinning, right? Okay, let's go back here. Let's get here. Let's go out back to my original one. So I'm going to go back to my Pinterest account. Let me find it. There it is. I'm going to go back to LL Consulting. So I wanted to also show you that when you're on your business Pinterest account, you click here, and this is where, now see, this is LL Consulting, and then there's Lani Lott. Lani doesn't have a picture on her personal Pinterest. Lani Lott probably should, since I do teach this, and I will do that. And then here are the more options. This is settings. Again, you can edit about your business profile. I love Pinterest because it tells you exactly what you're trying to do. I can change this photo. Here's my display name, my username. about your profile here. Here's my URL for my website. Here's my email that's public, my country code. I don't have a retail location, but if you did, you would click there and put your address in there. And so that's the edit the profile. Here's account settings, basic information, my contact information, I'm female, login options. You can use Facebook to log in. You can use Google account to log in. Messaging, send and receive messages from your business profile. Turn on direct messaging on my business profile. So all of these are your settings. This is where you would claim your website. This allows you to track your website analytics. And any pins that link back to a claimed account include your profile photo and follow button. I'm not real clear about this. I have looked into it. I haven't claimed Pinterest on my website or vice versa because I am not ready to use Pinterest, but these are the ones that you can claim. Install the free Pinterest app on Shopify. So this is showing you how you put it on your website that links back to your Pinterest account. Bulk create pins. If you have a whole bunch of pins that you want to upload, let's say you've created a personal page and now you Pinterest profile and you want to upload some of your pins onto your business page, this is how you would do it. Notifications. How you want to be notified if someone is pinning you or sharing, just like any of the push notifications. Privacy and data, always. So choose who can mention you. Anyone on Pinterest, only people that follow you, and you can turn it off if you want to. Security again, look at these. And then if you have apps that you are pushing out through your Pinterest. So those are some of the kind of behind the scenes, behind your Pinterest profile. So this would be our business hub. This is where we're going to create a pin, right? So I kind of showed you that snapshot of creating a pin, your first pin. So you want to always think about the brand being the focal point, your shop, your business, your brand. And kind of want to avoid using abstract images or lifestyle imagery that doesn't showcase your brand. So just like any of your other social media platforms, business strategies, always think about how it's supporting your business brand, what you promote and sell, what you do in your business. For example, I would probably not want to put something that's unrelated to my consulting business, even though I don't think consulting businesses really sit really well on Pinterest, unless I was doing window display, merchandising, hands-on consulting, which I have done in the past, haven't done it for a while because we're all still like social distancing and I'm not traveling to my communities quite yet. However, I would be using that if I was coming and doing that type of merchandising and window display assistance. And then I would build my pins around ideas, especially since we're in the mecca of window display season. We have a whole bunch of them. We have fall, we have Halloween, we have Thanksgiving, we have all of the holidays in December, whether it's Black Friday, Small Shop Saturday, Christmas, Hanukkah, all of those. So, I would be building my pins around ideas about what are some great window display ideas for the holidays. So here is where you would put your logo. My logo's right here. This is me, but a lot of them are putting it here. They put it down in here. It's just make it subtle. Avoid the lower right corner since that spot gets covered up by the product icon. So you don't want to put it down here. Text overlay, like that one person did with theirs. They put their URL right in the overlay of the image. You want to have clear titles and descriptions of your pin. It helps your pins get discovered in the search. You can use up to 100 characters in your title of your pin and up here, and then down here in the description you can use 500 characters. So again, you want to be really strategic, want to think about it. That's why I always recommend to anybody that is looking at launching a new platform or something maybe you're not really familiar with, is do the research. Go in, start market researching other like business pins and see what their titles are, see where it leads them. Like the paper tissue flowers, that led, that was huge. That's very descriptive. When I did window displays, when I put in window displays, all of these different ones came up, and hers was very high on the list because it had paper tissue flowers in window displays. And I probably had to dig down a little deep to find it because I was looking for, window displays that were larger than life. Links in your pin include a link. Check that the link is active and loads quickly. Your pin's creative tells people what to expect when they click. Make sure it matches your destination and your topic. So these are, and then you can publish later at a later date. And you can publish immediately, save from the site. So all of these, it's real simple, right? Oh, up here you can create with Canva. This is the free site that has a lot of different templates available to you, or paid if you want to go deeper. So you can use this to create and publish pins in a minute. So there you go. They're telling you right there. I was going to show you this one, and we're going to go live. So this is showing me, sorry, this got put right here in the middle of it, how to make this peanut butter and coconut smooth bowl. And she's demonstrating it, how to make it. Going to add the toppings. This is a pin by this person. Not my kind of food, but looks pretty yummy. And there you go. She's got her way to connect right there. So then down here, these are her followers. She's got 3 photos of people that actually did try the pin. And this is what theirs look like. So this is mine. And then cute circle for the strawberries, people commented on this. So she pinned her picture right to the pin that showed and demonstrated how to do the video. So then you would want to, if this was your pin, if you were Miss McLaughlin, you would want to respond to this picture. Here's another one. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, here's this one. Oh, yeah, you tried it. Yeah. So, and then, oh gosh, this one looks Shake Sugary posted this one. So these are how people will pin a picture or a photo of what they did. And then here's all the comments. Please tell me I'm not sure only one who adds a lot more toppings after taking the picture. So people are sharing their experience, right? Oh, I love this. So then the other one I wanted to show you, this is how to make a vertical wall planter. This is not a video. This actually is a series of posts, right? She's got her business name. This is her title, really clear. And then in her description, she is actually telling you this is difficulty. Level of difficulty is intermediate, and these are the supplies you need. So then she has created a stories or a series, a carousel of pins. So you're going to cut these in, drill pocket holes as shown above. You're going to do this. They're demonstrating it. She's making it very clear. So this is one of those do-it-yourselfers. You're just going to go, oh, cut the plastic to fit. And they make it look so easy, don't they? add a keyhole hanger over the pocket hole on the bottom. Then you're going to paint it. Then you're going to seal it. Then you're going to plant it. And there you have it. Hang on your wall in your kitchen and use the watering bulb to water. Wow, let's see what one looks like completed. Very cute. So I assume this is it here, and she's using to just put something on the top. I don't know. So very, very cute. If I went to Handmade by her, this is her professional site. She has all of these other ones created. These are all of her boards and pins. So I'm going to follow her. I really like, so now I'm following her. She's saved. She has saved these different types of do-it-yourselfers. These are not all hers. These are some of the boards. So this is just an example of make your home beautiful with decorating, do-it-yourselves and organizing tips via, then she has her website there. So that's where you're going to go then to see it even more and deeper. And she gets 5.4 monthly viewers. So she's got a very robust Pinterest account. All right, so I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. I'm going to stop sharing because I know we're running out of time, as usual. Share my screen again, and I'm going to go to my PowerPoint. So video pins, these are how you do video pins. And then I put down here, the Pinterest will, that story pins, like I showed you with building the box, Pinterest will walk you through every step about it. And this is the link to it. You will get this in your the PDF of the PowerPoint presentation, so you can link right on it. And so this again is video pins and story pins. And those were two examples here. Product pins, these are where you shop right, real-time pricing availability, links to your site or your store. Here is this cable net sweater. This is one of the examples. Here are the two that I just demonstrated live for you. I showed you how to post a picture, Pinterest pin with added photo from a follower. So they put it down here, they upload it right to their site. And this was the picture of a beautiful, lofty thing. That's her name of her business. And this was again, a window display, making your window display. They made these kites. And this business is showing you, or this individual who made it for her window is showing what it turned out following what the professional or the one that this was displayed at. So I love that they're showing that it actually worked, that this is, and again, right? Curated, shared, inspired, tips. Doesn't always turn out exactly. I love that this one put in a teeter-totter in her window. This is a beautiful example of a spring. It has springs. She just took how to make the kites and then built her own display on that. So some of the best practices: pin regularly. Again, like anything, the more you pin, the more it's going to be pushed out. Create captivating content. Use a variety of type of pins, of course. Schedule your pins. Always add your URL if you have a website, which most of us businesses do. Organize your pins into well-named boards. Make it easy for pinners to shop with the look pins if you're going to do that. Again, like I said, Halloween is a huge event, right? And I typed in Halloween window displays and this came up. This is by Zen Merchandiser, and they're zenmerchandiser.com. And then they say in their little description, get spooky with your store's merchandising and window displays. Check out 100 most creative window displays ideas. And then you can go in there, and then they, of course, have a lot of advertisers that go on there. And then shop more like this is always down in the bottom. 2 ways to create ads. You have to let Pinterest know you're going to create ads. You can do quick and simple, turn a pin into an ad, or you can do advanced and build and edit campaigns and groups and custom targeting, just like we do with our other social media. So you can do a really robust, engaging pin, and you can advertise that out and promote it to get more engagement and followers, or you can set up a whole campaign targeting a specific demographic in a specific location with specific interest. All kinds of different ads, pinned ads, promoted carousels, promoted video pins, app pins, buyable pins, story pins. I have linked some, Hootsuite does some great blogs. I love their blogs. Easy to follow, easy to write. I mean, easy to understand, very in-depth. And this is on Pinterest ads. And this one will lead you right there. And then analytics, you want to find it. You're going to find it under the overview. And you can go into up here on the top in the business, like my business page, analytics. And then they give you the overview, the selection. You can look at impressions, engagement, link clicks and saves. And then you can also go to audience insights to learn who's following your interest, your age, your gender, and the location. So then you can retarget ads maybe to that specific location or that specific age or gender or interest. And then resources available. As I said, Pinterest is very shareable with their information. Here's the support for your business. This is seasonal content. How to create seasonal content on Pinterest in 2019. They give you what are some of the bigger holidays, like Easter is huge to start pinning during these first months of the year, Mother's Day. So they have the 2019 PDF. You can download it. It gives you insights of what ideas, what is the, when is the time to start gearing up your pins towards that holiday, advertising, and then always what's new on Pinterest, what's up and coming new, what new feature do they have. So with all that said, Linda, I think I did rush right through that, but we have time for some questions. I hope I can answer, or some comments, or someone has maybe something they would like to say that they've tried, or they know more about Pinterest because they've been using it more and want to share with our audience, our webinar attendees. So I will let you kind of take over that questions.
All right, thank you. Great timing, Lani. So if you have a question for Lani, you are welcome to unmute yourself and ask the question. We'd love to have some interaction with you. If you're already using Pinterest and you have some ideas to share, we would love to hear that too. So please let us know what you're doing or how you plan on using Pinterest. You're also welcome to type in the chat. I know sometimes people are in places where they aren't able to use a microphone or don't have access to a microphone. So if you'd like, I am watching the chat and you can put your questions in there.
I'm going to go ahead and I'll talk a little bit. If someone has a question or something, go ahead and start talking. But I think, in the beginning, Pinterest was really seen as something for, interior designers and flower arrangers and stores that sold hobby supplies, but it's become much more than that, and more for cooking. And I think there's a lot of stores, retail stores I know, that are putting up, especially since there's so much at-home schooling going on right now, because a lot of our schools are not back full yet. So there is a lot of ideas coming from stores that sell craft type of kits and do-it-yourself ideas that then lead them back to purchasing the products at their store. So it's not for every business. Like for my business, I had to really kind of think about it. But for a lot of businesses, you just kind of want to think about your brand, think about what you offer. Is this a target social media platform for you? And then just jump in and start to really create. I think if you are anyone on Etsy, this is a perfect social media platform for you to push out and lead people back to your Etsy shop. I personally have found it to be very inspiring for ideas. I always look at it and go, oh, it's just over the top. But I just, like for my guest room, one of the ideas that came up was putting together a box that you put on your dresser with all of the type of things that maybe a guest might need for when they come to your house, like an extra toothbrush or a candle. Just some of those little touches, just kind of give you some ideas and inspire you. And then, of course, if you are an online shopper, which a lot of us are, it will then go back to the site that is promoting that specific, like if it was a glass container for water, like a lot of people use those old-fashioned containers and they have the glass over them. It led it back to Etsy in a antique shop that is on Etsy about how you could purchase that water decanter and cup and be shipped to your home. So that's how we can, even antique shops use this, recyclable shops, consignment stores use Pinterest a lot to push out ideas of how to recycle your clothes or buy an accessory to update your wardrobe, right?
Lani, I think one of the really nice elements of it is what you said. You used the word a few times, inspiring.
Yes.
It inspires people. And a lot of the reasons that people like to use social media is it's an opportunity to tell a story in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are a business and you're thinking, I have no idea how to use Pinterest, you might want to tell your story of how you got your business idea in Pinterest.
Excellent. Excellent idea.
It would give people another level, another way to connect with you, and you can then inspire them. Because I don't know if some of our people watching are like me, but I can get very caught up in the business mind of task, task, task. And Lani, the different things you were showing me, I was thinking, oh my gosh, that looks really fun, or oh, that's pretty, or just looking at that made me happy. If you can do that for your followers and give them something to brighten their day, that is a service that doesn't cost anything. And it's you maybe sharing what inspires you with the idea of inspiring others. And that alone may make them want to follow you and learn more about what you do.
Great point, Linda. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and go to the last slide. And if you want to go ahead and finish up and let folks know what's going on in the future, and then I will say goodbye to them.
Of course. So as I mentioned earlier, we're the Shasta-Cascade SBDC, and we serve Shasta and Trinity counties. If you like what Lani has shared with you, or you need any sort of support in digital media, Lani can be a person that you can work with if you're in Shasta or Trinity counties. And if you're not, you can go out and search online. There's the link right there to find an SBDC office in your area. What's wonderful about your ability to meet with Lani is your tax dollars pay for it. So in other words, you've already paid for it. It's your tax dollars free to the business owner because tax dollars have covered that. And Lani has a couple other sessions coming up in the future I wanted to make sure you knew about. And if you look at this website here, oh, here, someone's going to send a question. Yes, please do send me a question in the chat. You can go to www.sbdcsc.org and then click on calendar, and you will learn more about the calendar and what we have coming up. Lani is going to teach with someone else a market research presentation on October 27th. On November 12th, she's doing Instagram at 10 a.m. And on November 17th, there's a top 10 social media tactics to consider during the pandemic. That's at 10 a.m. And all these times I've mentioned are Pacific time. We are in California. So let me check my chat here, Lani.
Okay.
Okay, there's someone saying that they're just learning about Pinterest and they've never used it. So Lani, can you talk a little bit about how they can go in and enjoy Pinterest just as a viewer without an account to start to see the value?
Yeah, okay. I love that. Yeah, just, click on Pinterest.com and see where it takes you. And if you're using mobile, you're going to go on there. You won't be able to do, won't be able to pin or save because you don't have an account. But I would just, if you wanted to do a little bit of research about Pinterest, what's involved, just, go Pinterest.com and go in and read some of their tutorials. And you can delete, you can deactivate your account if you wanted to do a personal account and just play around with it like I did with when I first was learning about Pinterest. Because I have two daughters. One is 40 and one is 25, and they use Pinterest very differently. However, they're big, huge Pinterest people, because my 40-year-old has kids and is always wanting to be creative and ideas for birthdays and things like that. And then my 25-year-old, she's all about fashion. She's all about ideas for, they do a friendship for Thanksgiving. So she used that. And so when I got on it, I was thinking, okay, well, what do I want to think about? And my first one was fall, and this was a couple of years ago, fall fashion for women over a certain age, right? My age. Because I have all these great clothes and I wanted to make sure that I was still in fashion. And so how to kind of reaccessory those. So for you as a individual, maybe there's some interest that you have to have a personal account first, and then you can jump over and start looking and searching for businesses, different type of business things like flower arranging or do-it-yourself flower arranging. It's just a searchable like that. It's just huge. And so that would be kind of what I would suggest, is maybe personally kind of take your toe in there and just think about it, about it inspiring you, giving you some tips, some ideas of what you might be of interest in doing or seeing or thinking about. And then you can look at it. Is it appropriate for my business? How would I structure that if I was to do a business Pinterest?
And Lani, one thing I'd like to mention is if you are a member of the our Shasta-Cascade SBDC, then you can request, Lani, can you go back one slide?
Sure, I'm sorry.
You can request to meet with Lani. See Emily's email there? Emily is the person who is the office manager, business manager for our SBDC location. And she's the person that would help you do the paperwork to become a member with us. And once you are a member, then you can request to meet with Lani, or perhaps your needs are in a slightly different area. And if that's the case, Emily can arrange for you to meet with the appropriate advisor that will best help you through whatever issues you're dealing with. So thank you everyone for joining us. We're so glad you attended. In a few days, you're going to receive an email from Emily. It'll have a link to this video. It'll include the PowerPoint presentation and also a survey. We would love for you to fill out the survey. And that is how we let the SBA know how we're spending their funds. And our favorite question on there is to find out what other trainings would you like to receive from us? Because we would love to be able to create trainings that are specific just for you. And I will let you wrap up. Thanks, Lani.
Okay. So thank you very much, all you pinners out there. Let's just use Pinterest, and good luck, have fun with it, and happy fall. And I hope to meet you or see you on another webinar in the future. So have a great day.
Lani, I have one thing I just want to mention, because I saw someone join just now and they may have been a time zone issue. If you signed in just now, we want to let you know that you will in a couple days receive a link to this video. So if you missed our video, don't worry, you will receive a link to watch the video. Thanks again, everyone. We'll see you on another webinar.
Thank you, Linda.